So we do fall calve these cows, and we're typically having most of our calves in September. That's when the most of the calves hit the ground is in September. There'll be a few that lay over till the first couple weeks of October, but we run a lot of stockpile fescue, which is really good for these cows in this calf situation. We try to minimize our hay feeding to 45 days if we can. Really the March and the first couple weeks of April is what I like to feed hay. And we'll feed hay if necessary throughout the winter if something happens, but that's my primary hay feeding time. And then we'll wean these calves into May to the first part of June, about the time for our native system that we run the stocker calves on is just starting to hit its prime, and we'll get those calves over on that. Oftentimes we'll run them till they're yearlings till September and we need to sell them. But that does bring it up an interesting point. If we need to mitigate something, we can always sell those calves. So, we got 140 of those calves around. If the weather doesn't treat us right, if hay production's a little bit off or something throws the system kind of in a wobble, those calves are going to get sold anyway, and I'm not selling any cows. And so I can just sell those calves and start utilizing what they would eat with the cow herd. And so that really minimizes having to purchase hay or purchase feed or anything like that. We might compromise a little bit of profit on the calves, but not nearly as much as we would lose having to sell cows or buy inputs to take care of them. So, that system works really well, and you just have to think through that. And even a spring calving herd, you can make use of these because you can graze the cow-calf pair on this. And so your calf is got a few months under his belt, and he's on mama, he's starting to eat grass, and you put a set of pairs out here in June, and that calf's really going to take off, and he's going to really grow, and he's going to start increasing his diet on these grasses, and he's going to start putting some pounds on, and he's going to take a little pressure off that milking mama cow too. So it works both ways. It's not, I don't think, any more necessarily beneficial than the other, as when the calf and the cow are together. What works for us is whenever that calf's weaned, it's perfect to graze through the summer if we want to do that. So